Hey, and welcome back to the tour to Valheim on a rare morning in the man cave. Oh, how the hell did you get upstairs? Okay, apparently one of my wolves has made it up to the main floor somehow. Anyway, yeah, welcome in if you're watching this either in the VOD or live. I'm trying to catch up to CaperCafe. He's many, many days ahead of me in game, despite not actually being really in the lead. I need to catch up. So I have a lot of stuff I want to do, and I'm just going to try to do occasional extra streams. So today it's probably just like a 2-hour weekend morning stream to see if I can make a little progress. And one of the things we need to do is, I would say, focus on maybe some of the base tasks and fishing. I do need to do some more fishing. I want to get the Rata task going though, because I always need these, so might as well have something always working in the mead fermenter. Doesn't really make sense to leave it not running while we have supplies. And yeah, so basically I want to go fish for a few minutes. See if I can get enough grouper to make some more anti-sting meads, because we kind of rely on those pretty heavily while we're running around in the plains. And I might do some sailing today to the east to just see if we can find something, because we have a rough idea that Yagluth should be over there somewhere. I guess last time I streamed, it was kind of bit agreed that maybe that's not cheating. It's not like I'm gonna know where I'm going. I'm just gonna figure out, I guess, kind of a general area. Let's see if this works, because last time I played I couldn't get it to work. Don't know why. Something gone buggy with my ability to burn stuff. Yeah, it's night, so I gotta wait out a little bit, but then I want to get out, and I need to get some fine wood. We're going to need more portal materials. Fine wood is kind of low right now. We have a little bit, but not enough for another portal. I need to figure out what I want to do with my portals, because I have a couple now that are sort of weird. Hey, it worked, finally. Oh shit. That didn't work though. We don't want to light our base on fire. Anyway, so yeah, portals. I have the Mist Dock portal, which I'm questioning the validity of, because there's really nothing there. I guess it's nice to have a portal that area for now, because it's just, I don't know, a very far west portal if we ever need to be that in that direction. But now I have my unnamed portal, which I need for exploration, kind of hanging out at the edge of a swamp plains and close to Mistlands, which is kind of a cool area. If I could find a few key materials, it wouldn't be a bad place to have some form of outpost, because I have access to potentially black metal, iron, and sap all in one spot, which would be pretty nice, especially since to make the sap extractor we're going to need black metal, and I'm always conscious of the fact that when you start trying to get into that part of the game, you kind of have logistical nightmares because of the inability to portal the sap extractor or the diverger tool for it, plus the black metal required to make it, so it can be a bit of a pain in the ass. But yeah, fine wood would be good also. However, I think we'll wait till day. We'll go into this portal. We'll see how unsafe it might be, because like I say, it's kind of right on the edge of a swamp, and it's also in a plains, so like we could be attacked by mosquitoes immediately upon entering the portal. We could be ambushed by swamp creatures. Any number of bad things could happen. But I don't really know if I want to leave that portal there. There was an area that I could have maybe considered getting into the Mistlands over that way, and I did think I think I heard a diverter making like a grunt. So I'm curious, but I need to do a few things first. Like for sure, we need more anti-sting concoction needs, whatever they're called. This is we're down to 2, and I'm gonna have to use 1 likely while we're out trying to get more fish. So. Yeah, so let's go do that now that it's day. I have to think about where the best place to do that would be. Let's actually eat that. That'll give me a decent amount of health to take maybe a hit if I have something happen to me as soon as we go in this portal. We will crouch in there just in case. And so basically, I think my boat's like right here, and we're in a plains. So I could probably just do some fishing here if it's not too unsafe. Gotta listen for the sounds of problems. Yeah, we got a couple of skellies like right there, so we got to deal with them. But yeah, the boat's there. We could probably sail out a little bit and fish here. Maybe. These skellies are kind of not paying attention to me, so maybe we just leave. Oh wait, I don't have my fishing rod. Damn it. It's important. Oh, got a drogger there too. Yeah, it's not a great place. It's not a great place to have this. I'd like to have it up on the rock, but the rock there's a nice big rock over there, but it's like right inside a drogger village, plus potentially a drogger tower. It's kind of a crazy area. Geez, we don't have a ton of this left either. I'm not going to bring all of this, because if I die for some reason, I want to be able to, you know, still fish for stuff. So we'll go like this and hope for the best. Yeah, it's a real pain, because the meads, they go quick, because you pretty much, well, I at this point pretty much keep them on at all times. Alright, we want to take out that Desquito for sure. Don't want that guy getting us. Alright. So we need to get far enough away from the swamp water to be able to actually see the right kind of fish, too. Hopefully they're out here. Without the map, it's hard to tell if I'm in the plains water. I think those are grouper. Kinda. Maybe. One of them, anyway. That looks like one. Let's see if we can get it. I want to be close to the boat. Didn't eat. I do have 2 stamina foods, so hopefully that'll be good. That's the wrong kind of fish. It's like meadows fish for some reason. Oh, those might be the right ones, though. Okay, well, hopefully we'll get one to come over. Jeez, that's a... Whatever that one is, it's a big one. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get them. No. That one's too big. I just want level 1s. Wait, what? Okay. Well, that's a 2. I don't know how I exactly got that, to be honest. I thought it said lost catch. But whatever, we'll take it. Okay, we just want to not drift too close to the shore. As you can see, there's a mosquito over there and a village. Might see us. Yeah, it's tough to find the fish. Like, I don't see a ton of them out here. The water might be too deep. And it's hard to know if we're, like, in ocean now. It's kind of a tricky, it's kind of tricky with no map to figure out exactly where I am. The watercolor seems like it might be a little bit more, like, teal, light colored, which I think means plains. Well, let's see if we can spot another fish. I don't remember. I don't think I have any back at the base, so we need 3 of the same kind somehow. And our other fishing spot probably is better that we've been using in the past, but I'd have to break the boat and take it with me to get to that now. This is the boat we had there before we brought for this journey. Let's just see if we can head over here a bit, maybe over behind this rock. Be nice to be able to fish from shore, but I just don't trust it. And it's a little harder, I think, to catch them. Because if you can get right on top of them, obviously you don't have to waste as much stamina. But I'm not seeing much here at all. So that's kind of a bummer. I want to shoot that mosquito, but I don't want to upset the village. There's one. Let's see if we can get this one. Whoa, look at that fish. That's huge. Where'd he go? I saw a grouper for a second. This is like an ocean fish mixing in here. It's kind of... must be like right on the edge. Yeah, that's a big one. But not the right kind. A little bit frustrating sometimes trying to get this to work. I think the groupers are going to be mostly closer to shore. But I don't even know if I can get into there without attracting people. See if we can get just a bit closer without getting everybody aggroed. We do have the motor power in case we have to like get out of here quick. It's kind of the purpose of having that at the moment. I don't know if there's anybody hiding in these areas. Yeah, this fishing area kind of sucks. Yeah, see mosquito right there. It's so close to seeing me. I don't know what to do here. I think we're going to have to just kind of go back near a portal and hope for the best. We saw at least a couple there, but I could try to shoot that mosquito. If I miss it, it will probably come for me. Guess I could emergency pop the meat at the last second. Oh, what a shot. Alright. Grouper, where are you at? This is Plains water, I'm sure of it. It's all green. What I need to do is build a dock somewhere that's in the plains that's safe enough that I can actually fish off of, because this is not easy to do. The boat moves around too much. You can't, like, drop an anchor. You gotta actually be able to get off of it. Which is, hard to do when you have nowhere to... Like, I could jump into the water, but... I don't really want to do that. Okay, what do we got? Anybody? Every fish I see seems to be the wrong kind. I don't know, we might have to go back to our other fishing spot. It was a lot more successful than this. There's just so many mosquitoes on this beach. That means we gotta go break our boat, and then doing that's gonna be noisy and attract all kinds of stuff. I miss him. It's going into the village. It's gonna piss everything off. Grouper. Nope. Doesn't look like we're gonna have any luck out here. Oh, there's one right there, actually. Okay. But where did it go? Wrong kind. Right there. Nice. Oh, we get a little tricky. Okay. Oh, see, that's the problem. Now we get a different kind. This is a bit of a problem with the whole recipes, because it's like it has to actually be exact same kinds. Or size, I mean. Okay, there's a couple more there, though, if we just don't drift too close to those skellies and stuff. Back up. Come on, you're right here. Right here. Let's go. Shit. So frustrating. Because that fueling was kind of starting to wonder what was going on. Oh, come on. Okay, oh, we got a perch that just jumped into the boat. Oh, there's a leech coming. Okay, come on. If you jump in the boat, I'd be fine with it also. That would be even better for me. If the waves would just relax also, it would be nice. Alright. This is getting insane to try to maintain like one spot. Alright, whatever. It's nighttime, basically. Well, we got, unfortunately, not the same kind. We got a level 1 and a 2, which doesn't help me, really, at all. So now we need to get back to our little area here without pissing off everything. Assuming we don't sink. Jesus. If there's a fueling that's really interested right on the edge of the beach there. If I could get it to come over and kill the Draugr and Skellies that are here, kind of solve a couple problems. But there are quite a few grouper here. They're just so close to the shore that I'm gonna have to build a dock, I think, of sorts. Gonna have to try it. Let's see. So, yeah, unfortunately not enough to do anything, but we didn't use one while we were out there, which is good. So, if we can find places that we can fish without having to actually use the meads, eventually we will come out on top. Now, I guess one thing I should probably do is make some more arrows. I don't really need to smelt any of this, I don't think, right now. So that's fine. We got again, it'd be nice to get a raid. We've been wanting a raid here for a long time. Yeah, I can make a ton more arrows, but I won't just yet. Because carrying them is always risky if I die. I still don't understand how you made it upstairs. Must have climbed on top of the backs of the others. I guess we should go feed the boars maybe, and probably need to do some culling. Still kind of like having the boar meat. I mean, turnip stew is still an okay food to use sometimes. How many do we got? Don't. Just the two now? Oh wait, there's a third. Alright. Could use some lighting. If I ever find those Surtling trophies, that would be how I would do it. Have unlimited lighting. Oh, we actually have quite a bit of boar meat, honestly. Really not running low on that at all. The nights are so boring because I can't really do much. We do need to start getting more stamina needs going because fishing is a good way to use them. We could attempt to raid some of that village and the tower and use swamp creatures to help us do it, and potentially mistland ones. Because we do still, in the end, need a couple more totems. There's not much else that we really need from the fuelings at this point, except for actually another fueling trophy would be important, because we're going to need more bait at some point. Oh man, look at all this stuff out here. But yeah, again, it would be ideal if we could get a raid to bring the black metal. We will need a lot more. I would like to have... actually need to look up what the recipe is, because I think there's a few base items that use it, but mainly I'm concerned about the next cooking one, the cooking upgrade to get to level, I guess, 5 cauldron, which would unlock some stuff for me, because we do have mage caps and the Jodin puffs now. So I think it's salad is a good stamina food that you unlock. And then I think also all the eater foods unlock once you get to like next level. And like Mystère Supreme and stuff like that. Although actually maybe I can already do that. Let's see. That would be from here. I can already do that. Well, that's sweet. Okay, so we have another good health food now available. That'll be nice. Anyway, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna use the bathroom. Okay. So I think I'm not going to go fishing anymore because that's boring. I have a plan that's going to be to explore. Spoke about it last time, but we've done a lot of travel to the west. We've gone pretty far south, but we've never gone east or north. I don't feel like going north makes sense, but east I think is a good idea. So what I'm going to try to do is line up with the spawn stones and just get a bearing with like a build piece or whatever. And then we're going to move our boat around. I'm going to put a fire on the shore there. Sail. There's land right already over there. I can see it. Like it's basically right there. I've been there before. Or I've seen it before as I sailed out that way. But we'll make land, we'll make another fire. We'll run across the land, make a fire on the other shore. Then we'll sail around and back and try to find the fire. Because I don't feel like busting up these boats 10,000 times and trying to carry it all. So that we can stay right on the equator. The goal will be to like basically stay on the equator and go straight east. And we'll go east as far as we can until we either hit plains or mistlands, I guess. Something of worth to explore. And if we, I guess if we hit mist before we find anything that's useful, at that point we would return home and I guess make some form of like south west bearing and then make our way back. Like we're gonna try to do like an exploration pattern. Maybe I can explain it better on my map. Basically the idea would be that I want to leave from here, go straight east, and if I hit mistlands before I find anything of value, then instead of going, because it's hard to know like where the curvature is, I would probably just leave that place on a 45-degree like southwest bearing until we get maybe all the way back down here to mistlands. Maybe we see something we notice, maybe we don't. And then again, it's like from there I would just sail all the way this bearing far west is until I hit mistlands and then come back to my base. If I do something like that, then I'll have a rough idea where the boundaries are, and then from there I can do the same kind of thing but like on a different bearing down to here until we hit mistlands, which should be somewhere sooner, right? Because the way the map works is there will be a sort of like boundary here where mistland starts, and I'm gonna find it with like a series of lines. I mean, this is like some calculus or something, right? So that's what I'm thinking. Because I otherwise will just get lost. I will never be able to do... Like, if I had the map, I would do a sweep out there, come down a little bit until on the map I saw that I was not, uncovering area again, and then sweep back. And just like a printer back and forth until I filled in the map and we understood what everything looked like. But I think this would be the only other way to do it. And by doing this, we should uncover a whole bunch more plains. And since we know Caper's Yagluth was somewhere probably like over here, maybe we'll find it, or maybe we'll find a stone that points us at the very least. And if we don't, well, who knows? We'll hit the mist, and then we'll know that we've gone as far east as we want to go for the moment. And then we'll, like I said, we'll start going back down here, and we'll probably cover some of this. And then eventually, we will get into this area. But because we're not sure about the scale of the map, I don't know. I could try to explore around here, and I'd just be spinning in circles and getting lost all the time, so we won't do that. Yeah, that's the plan. That's what I think we're going to do. But we need to figure out portals. So this portal will have to be renamed. Or something. Or maybe what we'll do is we'll make another one. That'll be... We'll just call it East or something. I don't know, whatever. It'll be our East portal. I kind of need to come up with a way that we're gonna name things at some point, because it's getting a bit confusing to figure out all of my various portals. In fact, that's actually something else I gotta do here. I keep forgetting. So basically we now have portal here, which is the unnamed one. And this one is the mist dock, which we probably won't keep long term. We may not need that one at some point, but we'll keep it for now because it's kind of our most, I would say, southeast point that we've ever been. Yeah, that's the unnamed one. Elder's here. Fish is there. The boat's not there anymore. We should remove that. It's getting a bit confusing to track all these. Our boat is actually here now. And then the long ship we're going to take with us on our exploration. Do we still have this portal? I think we do. So geez, we have a lot of portals. So we have one there called Plains, even though that's probably not really a useful portal to have anymore. Yeah, this is... I think we're up to like 12 or more portals. What's our signage? We have like 16 portals at this point, if they're not all. I think they're all named. Yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of a lot. Guess we'll need one more. Did we, I think we named our other one. Oh, hold on. Can do better than this. So this will be east. We're going to make a new one. I'm going to put this a little bit further out so I can get in there and see them. So we'll call that one east. When we go out, we have the materials to make another one. We'll need to bring a bit more food probably. Stamina foods, we're running low. I guess we do have to make some turnip stew here. Bring that with us, I guess. We'll have 2 meads just in case, because we will probably see plains, and if we want to explore, we really probably will have to, unless we see Egluth or something from the shore. I didn't catch what day it was there. I think it's 218 though. Okay. We should probably pick up some of this. Ooh, wow, the boat's like almost dead. Okay, Oh, right. Before we leave, we want to get a bearing. Very important. Hey. So that'd be kind of like our east bearing. Before we go, I'm just gonna do this collection of all this shit, because everything sitting out here just, I think, adds lag or something, probably, right? Probably need more mushrooms anyway. Okay. This might be a mistake, but if we give some meat to these guys, they will breed, probably. And then we'll have even more in the house, but whatever. I mean, maybe we'll use them to battle at some point. What else am I carrying? Extra stone I don't need. The mushrooms, there we go. Okay, seems to be good. Now we can go. Last chance to get a fueling raid. Come on. Hopefully I can get this out. Are we going? Yeah, there we go. Too bad I can't catch grouper right here. But yeah, so there's like already a land right there. So we're gonna have to figure out how to keep on the line. I'm gonna go and mark the shore. We're gonna have to do some running across, because I really do want to stay right on the equator on the east of it. we'll just go and do that quickly. Just put a fire down. Line up off of that. Because, yeah, it's literally, like, immediately there's land. Right. Never actually been up here. I know I get a lot of shit from people that I haven't even mapped the home island at all, but... yeah, this is, technically unexplored. So spawn stones, like right there. So this will be... oh, come on. I'm gonna try to keep on this line. I don't know if that's an island. I mean, we're mostly under the tree, so I guess we also just have the tree. It's kind of nice. If that's actually a little island, that's kind of a cool place. I could have made a base there, maybe. But, whatever. Looks like it actually just becomes land, like, right away. Okay, originally what I was thinking of doing was running down around this. Like, running across it, I guess. But maybe rather than that, we will just sail around it, and then we will just line back up with the tree to know that we're roughly on. So I think there might even be mountains and shit in there. I don't really want to run up. So we'll just sail down here. From the original first tour to Valheim, like, video that we made, like, summary video, we kind of got to look at the map around the spawn island, and definitely I know there are mountains, or there is a mountain on that island. It's like a long shape sliver island with a mountain on it. I could run across it. It's mostly black forest, but if there's a mountain in the middle of it, it'd be annoying. I'd have to run up that. Is that a Draugr village or something? Just a couple of houses really close to each other. Hmm. Yeah, so because I know this is a sliver of an island, we should be able to go around it, sail up the other side, line back up with the tree, and then continue on our straight east. I don't think I changed the orientation, so this should still point direct east. Okay, we're gonna use the power, because ain't nobody got time for this. I don't want to just sit here. Up here's where we left a marker, I'm pretty sure. One of these little islands here has our marker on it. And we're just going to go east of it, which we have never done. It'll be fun once the challenge is over or the race is done and I can open up the map and actually... Because if I just activate the map, like in the world settings, I think everywhere I've been will show on the map, populated. All my deaths should show too. No other marks, obviously, since I can't make any. So it'll be a nice clean map with just, I guess, bosses and deaths. Yeah, so there's the little marker. See, it's kind of tough because the tree, the way it like snakes around, it almost like I'm almost in line with it right now, but I know I'm not. Looks like we may hit land again, like right there. But I want to go back up this way a bit, back to at least kind of the equator point. Not sure what that is. It's kind of flat looking, probably swamp. I don't know. Black forest. Try to get right under the tree and then make our turn. Getting close. And it looks like nice open ocean there too, so that's handy. Another time of day. I don't remember when my world saves are happening, so I keep forgetting to sync it with the daytime. Oh, look at that. Another Leviathan. That's kind of cool. I don't really need any more chitin right now. But we'll use this as a landmark, so. Now we'll turn at the Leviathan. Into a storm. Of course. Okay, so now we should be, yeah, east. Straight east. Deal with another serpent, maybe. Jesus, look at these waves. We're like riding the cap of the wave. That's kind of cool. Here's my build piece. Come on. Okay, this is good. We have like a small, weird black forest area. Perhaps this would be a good place to put up a marker. And a swamp. This little hut. Use this little hut. Is there any bees? No bees. Okay, so we need a fire that's going to be visible. We can cover. In the event of rain. That's not great. You know what? We're gonna have to do this probably. Something like that. Put the fire up on top of there. And that'll be an easy to see beacon. It won't get flooded. I guess we were just gonna end up going back. It's pretty much so. Just make this east. So what do we got going on here? We have a swamp. And a bear out on an island. I like it. This is kind of a cool little like mini island chain thing going on. If there was a sunken crypt in there, that'd be nice. Be a cool spot. Get some iron. This little building is not really, I guess, much, but I could put the crafting. Well, we don't even need one right now, honestly. So it's like Black Forest, tiny piece area, and then meadows area, and then swamp area, all clustered in these teeny little islands, which is kind of nice. So we're gonna go make that on the map, I guess, because we're still assuming that we're going straight east. This is the kind of slow grind that this is, because now I gotta freaking always update my map every couple of minutes that I can. So we found like a big area of meadow here. And then that kind of lined up. Hey, Martin. Yes, it is an odd morning stream for me, but yeah. In the European time zone, for a change. How's things going? Yeah, we're doing okay. I'm trying to sail directly east right now. We just sort of found this, like, spot that I gotta map out. So basically, we went down here, we went around here, and I don't know, this is probably actually like bigger. Let's say it's like this. At least what I could kind of see. Like that. Black Forest. And then we had a Leviathan. We found a Leviathan. which I have this marker for. Man, my map is getting so big that I'm having a hard time with the scale of it now. But yeah, we got this guy, which was this map is so laggy. So there was a Leviathan, kind of like here. Something like that. Let's say. So we sailed around. Right now we're on a trip to the east, the far east. So we came out of here, sailed down here. We're now going around this. And we came to Leviathan, and then we started shooting across. There was some more... there were some black forests. I guess it's probably what I saw here, maybe. Maybe it was a little bigger than this, actually. There's like a black forest here. As we were going. But then we sailed straight out of that Leviathan, and we hit a area where there's like black forest, little islands, and then there's some meadows that we're at right now where we put our portal. So there's like a meadow island, and I think actually even another forested meadow, like kind of here, something like this. And there's a swamp. Small swamp looking area here. So we put a marker, which is what we're using, pink triangles. So you got to get that marked. There's a marker on this island now. And there's actually a small little house thing, like chicken coop or whatever. And then, just for so we remember, because I'm assuming it'll be there forever, there's a bear that is spawned on that island. So this is so far where we're at. So we basically just sailed right into here. Yeah, the map is growing, Martin, big time. So now that, yeah, so I was explaining a little earlier, but my goal at this point, because we were just having a hard time finding the Yagluth, and we know that Caper found it somewhere way over in the east or north or whatever. I don't really want to go north. I want to stay in the southern hemisphere. So I'm thinking of sailing as far east as I can get until we hit either a plains where we want to explore for Yagluth, which is great, or if we don't and we hit Mistlands, then that's when we'll stop. And then after that, we would chart a course back, like at a 45-degree angle, so like a southwest heading, until we again get down here somewhere till Mistlands. And once we hit that, we'd be roughly along the equator, along the center of the world, and then we would go back up here on an opposite kind of heading, all the way to the west edge of Mistlands at the equator, and then back. So we would do this big triangle and hope that what we find is something useful, because I know that Mistlands is going to be like in a big circle around, and we found it here. So like I want to stay inside of that, and I'm hoping that there's going to be like a bunch of plains here and maybe some more here that we'll find doing this pattern. And then once we get back, if that didn't work, we can maybe do like another like shot off of here in this direction until we hit it, and then kind of come across from there back here, you know, do some sort of weird, I don't know if you ever had those things as a kid where you had like little stencils with gears and you put your pencil in it and you spin it around and it makes the like the lines in a pattern, like a, we're doing that. It's like calculus or something. It's like making a circle out of straight lines. So that's what we're gonna try to do. We just need to fill in the rest of our oceans and stuff. This is definitely all like small It's crazy how, like, right beside my home base here, there's actually a shallow sea. I maybe screwed that up a little there, but whatever. Let me fix that just quickly. Probably some of this is ocean. Out here. Okay. And then coming along this edge, we definitely are in the shallows. And presumably a whole bunch of around here is all like shallow area. Because it's all sort of little like mini islands. But the rest of it's ocean. Because I presume for a Leviathan to spawn, you must be in ocean. Around here is probably, we're going to assume this. Kind of approximating it. I don't actually know if that's true. Oh boy. Hopefully that was the way. Yeah, perfect. And then this. We didn't see the rest of that. Let's just say that for now. It's all ocean. And presumably the rest of this will be as well. Kind of what we could see. Okay. Yeah, those things are fun, Martin. I remember those as a kid. I don't know if my kids have any, but... And Damon will be happy that we saw a little bit more of the spawn island. It just kind of did this. I mean, honestly, I don't know what goes on up there. Just looked like forest. But we had like meadows. I think there was actually a little house here. And there were a couple down here. In fact, there were like 2 right here. And there was actually a small portion of meadows also kind of like right here. Along there. Something like that. Yeah, that's what we got. So, yeah, let's see how far we can get. I gotta just hang out for the night, I guess. Maybe get a raid if we're lucky. Keep praying for one. Maybe one day we'll finally get it. You know, just want the Fuelings to raid me while I'm home. Give me all their black metal. But anyway, how's your weekend going? Hopefully everything's going well. That away. Maybe cook some more bread while we're here, because we just have a gazillion flour. So rich in the flour. Caper's so jealous. Linen and flour we're just crushing. I haven't even been to the farm. I gotta go back and do that at some point. Oh, crap. My bad. Thanks for that. I keep forgetting. Yeah, we're just making bread anyway. Nothing happening. I'm gonna take those downstairs and I'm gonna move these out to here. Take that, put it down here. Basically all of our neck meat's worse, right? All of our tiers of plains and then eventually Black Forest foods. Did they eat everything? They didn't breed because I left? Yeah, makes sense. One of my wolves got upstairs somehow. We don't really know how that happened. But, he's up here now. Okay, stamina food, health food. Stamina food, onion soup. Gotta make a lot more. Nice, yeah. I basically asked my wife if I could do a couple hours this morning stream. because the kids are up, you know, playing or whatever they're doing. But then I gotta get outside too. I got a lot of work to do today. It's the time of year here for cleaning up the yard and raking leaves and all that kind of stuff. I've got a couple of pretty big maple trees in the backyard, and they're dropping their leaves now finally. Like these two trees, for whatever reason, they are late to the game. Like a lot of the other trees already dropped their leaves. And we've had one like municipal leaf bag pickup day because they come and pick it up for you. And we have two more. But usually that tree, those two trees, tend to hold on to their leaves so damn long that sometimes I don't get them all picked up before the end of the season of the pickups, and then I'm like stuck trying to hold on to it all for the winter, and I don't really want to do that. So that's what we're going to try to bag them all today, a bunch of them, and hopefully get most of them picked up when the city comes next time, which is in like 3 weeks. And then it's just the winterizing of everything. I gotta turn off all the hoses and put away all the summer and spring stuff and get out all the winter and fall stuff. And I got a lot of like work trips coming up, which is gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass because I'm just gonna be away for a lot of November, unfortunately, it seems. So I'm gonna have to catch up on all that stuff now, really. Yeah, that's about how it is, Martin. I usually like go out and rake them in the evening, and then I wake up in the morning and I just look and I'm just like, wow, okay. I'm actually going to Germany in November for a work trip. Many times my company works and has a location in northern Germany, so I spend an awful lot of time up in the lower Saxony area. Fly to Bremen. Well, first I gotta fly to Frankfurt, but then to Bremen, and then we drive all around up there. So I end up spending a lot of time in that area. And it's not the nicest time of year to be there, obviously. But it's not like it's any nicer here. Fall is my favorite season, actually, because it's so... In Canada, the fall is pretty short, but it's pretty nice because you get rest from the bugs, because normally we have like so many freaking mosquitoes. It's just awful all summer for that. And then in the winter it's obviously cold, but there's that like brief time where we actually have nice, comfortable, you know, sweater weather, no bugs, sun's not too bad, like too hot, you know, that kind of nice period of time there. Okay, I'm gonna put the serpent meat here as well. So we have like swamp stuff, plain stuff, ocean / mistland stuff there. This stuff. Oh, we have meat here too. I'd like to get that somewhere better. Not sure how I'm gonna fit all this. Maybe the blood bags have to come out of there. Blood bags are like mead making stuff, so they can go here. Maybe the mead making stuff can go in my barrel, because I kind of use barrels for mead making. This is my other mead making barrel, and I'm gonna make that one. That way I can try to keep all my meads organized. So maybe we'll go with like a bit of an organization scheme here. So like health, stamina, and resistance meads in the top one. So fire, frost, poison, health, stamina. We'll do that. Then here we have all our like performance enhancing. So like heavy lift mead, animal taming eventually, poison or our Ratatosk, which we have quite a lot of, and our anti-sting, which we are running low on. And if I ever make anything else, we can put it in there too. Yeah, autumn in the best time of the year. Warm enough, sunny, colorful. And no bugs. Yep. The only problem I have with northern Germany, I guess it's kind of a bit early still, but like I'm going in mid-November. It's those every single morning. Maybe it won't be the case until actually even later, to be honest. I think it's probably more of a like January, February thing, where like your car has ice on it every morning. You know, and you got to spend like, I mean, obviously I'm used to that in Canada, but we park in like a temporary, around here, if you don't have a big enough garage for all your cars, a lot of people put up like temporary garages in the winter on their driveway, which I do. So if your car's underneath something, it doesn't frost up, right? It's still cold, it still needs to be warmed up and everything, but you don't have to deal with the scraping the frost off. But I just remember being in Germany in the winter many times over the last decade and having no scraper in the car because they forgot or whatever, and having to use like a, you know, one of your, not a credit card, but like a points card or something from your wallet that maybe you don't use as often, you're not worried about, to scrape all the ice off, because it usually like delaminates and screws them up. Always being stuck doing that every day. Yeah, it's not nearly as cold. It's just that wet, damp cold in Germany that can kind of feel worse than it is. Like we'll have like minus 20, minus 30 here sometimes. Pretty rare that we have below minus 20 during the day where I live. Like that'd be really cold week. But we often can get down to minus 20s in the evenings and nights. But it's a drier cold. It's still a bit humid in Montreal, like area, like around the east coast of Canada. It's not like in the prairies and in the north where it's really dry cold. But minus 20 in like reasonable humidity doesn't feel too bad, even kind of compared to like minus 1 or 2 in Germany when it's wet. That feels kind of hot, like awful. I like to keep my stacks on me. I'm gonna have to make more arrows at some point. Yeah, so anyway, I'm trying to sneak in a couple hours of Valheim before going off and doing the day chat tasks. Okay, 219. Good. So we'll eat right out of here. Deer meat, I guess. We'll just whatever. We're sailing. Hopefully we're not going to hit anything dangerous. Okay, so this is a Plains Island, so it's going to be raining. Or sorry, it's a Meadows Island. Alright. So... oh, I screwed up my... yeah, we need to go reset our east line. Screwed that up. Making stuff. Gray is, yeah, gray is the color of northern Germany, I would say. If it had a color. I'm fine with that. I'm not a huge fan of super hot, sunny, you know. Like, I'm the type that, I mean, my lighting here makes me look even worse than I actually am, but I'm a pretty pale guy to start with, so like, I don't particularly do well in hot, sunny conditions. So I'm okay with the semi-cloudy sky. Okay, so that's south, east this way, I think. Motor is our east. Like even now in the fall, I'm still wearing sunscreen on my face and stuff if I go outside for a long time. I'll still burn. Okay. You need to make a bench just to break that. Alright. So we're going that way. So there's a swamp there. We will quickly fix this up too. And I'm gonna save now so we know we got about, I don't know, 18 minutes or something. Yeah, there's a lone bear on that little island. So we marked him on the map. Because he should be there for forever. Let's see if we can sneak through this little pass here. Oh, there's a troll with him. Never mind, he's not alone. Trolls and bears really do seem to spawn together, I find. Maybe we'd be better off going around that way. Let's see if we can do that instead. I think we're going to end up getting bottomed out on rocks if I try to go through this. Now, which biome is fog? I don't know. I guess there's Black Forest music, so. How am I resting? How am I resting? I don't understand. Where is there a fire close enough? I don't want to reset my rested buff to comfort 1 levels. Wouldn't make any sense. Got like 18 minutes. I don't want 8 or whatever. I think the game is tripping out there. Hey KT, yeah, it's a little morning stream, you're right. We're trying to get a little bit caught up to Caper. We're on day 19 and day 219. And we're sailing straight east. Best we can. In this miserable weather. Man, that fire has a massive radius. What is going on? How am I drying? Something's bugged, right? There's no chance in hell that I am getting dry from that. Something's weird. Anyway, whatever. We need to turn a bit. Is that a mountain? Looks like there's a mountain in the direction we're going, which is kind of unfortunate. Don't really particularly want to have to climb a mountain. So hopefully we won't have to clear that. Again, I need to go as much east as possible, and I need this guy to clear a bit so we can see the tree. But yeah, that looks like a mountain. So we'll go over here and try to go around this little island if it works that way. Try to get out of the meadows, because the meadows is stormy. See if we can get into the ocean over here. Maybe. Ocean biome. Anyway, how you doing, KT? Welcome in. Yeah, that's a mountain. That looks like a mountain. 2 mountains? No. Never mind. That's just like clouds and stuff. That is definitely a mountain. And a swamp. I see swamp trees. We're kind of, well, not particularly looking for mistlands. We're just trying to go straight east because we know that Caper. We know Caper. Like I guess it's not. I don't want to say it's cheating, but we know Caper was in the northeast and found a yegg. So I just want to go straight east from spawn, which is what I'm at the moment trying to do, and see if we can find something. Either we find a plains or we get to mist. If we reach mistlands, then we're going to have to chart a new course. But this looks like we're going to be into swamp and meadows here. Maybe not able to sail through this either. So I want to keep sailing, ideally. Maybe that path there we can get through. Be a bit sketchy in these conditions. We'll try to thread the needle. But yeah, there's a swamp there. Definitely could see a mountain silhouette at some point, but it's lost in the clouds. There's Thor. Oh, doing his thing. Oh boy, I don't know if we can get through that. I don't know if we can get through that. We'll try. A whole bunch of neck are gonna get run down. Wish you had some wind to help me plow through here. I don't think we're getting through this, are we? Oh boy. We beached it. We beached it pretty good here. Okay, let's see if we can extend this a bit. No, we don't want that. We want it to be deep. The deepest. That might have worked. I might do it. I think we got enough of a canal here. Ish. Okay, we got a little bit of wind too. Let's just get full power and try to get through this. Come on, baby. Oh, we lost the wind. Alright. Let's build a crafting table real quick. Workbench, I mean. Get the repairs up. I'm gonna leave a fire here too. Okay. Still gotta go east, so we're going through this pass. This reminds me of Man Cave Canal from my hardcore permadeath season 3 attempt. But yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to catch up to Caper a little bit, so I figured, you know what? Woke up, was feeling okay. Asked my wife if she could keep the kids busy for a couple hours and sneak a stream in before I have to get out and do stuff. It's almost 10 a.m. here, so I'm probably not going to be on much longer because I got lots to do, but get a couple more days in, you know? Oh, come on. Hey, man. Another little swamp going on over there. We are not getting out of that. Okay, I gotta get on my feet. Hope that'll work. Let's see. Come on. Yay. Maybe. Oh, friggin' hell. Look at that one. That's even worse. We got like pure land there. I don't have a pickaxe. I can't do it with the hoe. We're not getting through it. Ugh. Where are we anyway? Like, this is a weird little set of islands and stuff here. Oh my god, we're not going to get through that. Shoot. Okay, so there is a mountain and a black forest happening over there. Let's see if we can steer through this, but I don't think so. I think we're going to have to get out and do some hoeing. At best, we're going to probably need a pickaxe to actually get out of this mess. Yeah, like a glove for the previous one, but not so good here. We can. I'm confident we can probably get through this if we drop this a bit. But not this so much. This could be trouble. Let's see. If the wind changes, we could be a bit better off. Maybe we get some help from like that grayling. Push us a bit. Yeah, push. Push! Oh no. We're straight stuck. We're wedged in here real bad. Alright, we gotta get this lowered. There we go. Not now, man. Okay. Maybe we can do that now. There we go. Great. Okay, we're gonna bounce Plinko off of these rocks, but we need to get some wind. This wasn't the plan. Didn't expect we were gonna run into this much canneling. Here we go. Yep, there comes a wave too, that'll help. Don't take off without me though, boat. We've done it. We've only wasted half the day, probably. No, we haven't done it yet. Tail. Gonna have to eat again in a second. Come on! Which way are we going anyway? East. We need to get back on the east line here. So we do need to kind of start getting around the corner here. Yeah, we have portal. We're portal ready, Miles. Welcome in. We're just going straight east. That's all we're trying to do. And it was going really well until we got into that. I had to go through there and do some canneling, and like I'm used to canneling with the carve, no problem, but the longbow carve, sorry, the longboat is a little harder to work with. But now we're back, going east-ish. We got to get back on our line over there a little bit. As we discussed a bit last stream, you know, we're just taking a shot straight east, seeing what we find. With some insider knowledge that there's a Yaglu somewhere in the east of the world. Northeast probably, but we're gonna try to stay straight east on the equator. And then I'm gonna work my way, if I do find a mistlands, if we hit mist, we're gonna stop and we're gonna turn. I mean, if there's something interesting, we'll explore it, but then if we hit mist, the chart would be then changing. I'll show you in a second on my map, my plan. I think it'll make sense to you. You'll appreciate it because of your history with or your career. We're just going to keep shooting a whole bunch of different bearings to try to approximate the southern hemisphere. Because we know that we've got a curved kind of setup. So let's look at that real quick. So basically we are here. Well, now we're not. We've sailed further. We went from here down. Oh, oops. We went from here around this way. And then we just kind of went through this whole mess of stuff. So, I don't know. Geez, we had more meadows. Some form of like canal we had to do through there. And then, I don't know, there was like a whole bunch more going on here. And there's actually another swamp, it looked like. Here somewhere, maybe. And then some more meadows. That was going on here. And here, what we went through. This is all approximate, of course. And then, yeah, there was like, there was a swampy kind of looking place here. And actually, I think there was a mountain. We'll have to make that. Oh boy, this map is getting so laggy. Hey, Damon. It's crazy how much... What? No. No thanks, that's not what I wanted. It's crazy how bad Microsoft Paint is running now. It's just really struggling with the size of this map. Okay, copy this mountain. And we'll plop. It's probably going to put it up here, isn't it? Yeah. So pretty sure there's a mountain going on up in here. And then there is some additional, I don't know, meadow. Oops. Some additional, like, meadows, kind of. Then I think we got Black Forest happening here. And something like this. That's what's happened right now. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, like we're up to, I think I checked the file size today. It was like 600 or 700 megs now. And it's just really struggling. But yeah, we're heading straight east. And then what we're going to do, Miles, the plan is we go straight east like this till we hit either a plains to explore, or if worst case, we go all the way, we hit mist. Once we hit that, we would take a turn back southwest, straight bearing, to the bottom of our south area where we would hopefully stop if we hit mist and or ashlands. Then we would take another bearing back up this way, all the way to the west, like to the west at the equator, and then back again. I just want to keep doing it like that to try to find the edges of where planes spawn, and then we can figure out from there maybe some smaller, you know, maybe take an angle from home here and just go shoot it down at like a southeast bearing until we hit mist again, which probably would be somewhere here, right? And then once we hit that, we can go across like this till we hit mist again, which we've already kind of done. And we'll just do this like linear approximation of a circle kind of method of calculus or whatever it's called. I was talking to Martin about it earlier. You know those things as a kid where you have like the stencils with the gears and you spin it around, the planetary gears with your pencil? We're essentially doing one of those styrographs or whatever they're called. I don't know. But either way, we're basically going to do that till we have a circle, because we need to figure out where the edges of mist spawn in so that we can like stay clear of it, or at least know where to explore, because I don't want to be exploring in areas where mist can happen if I'm looking for planes, because I just know that the planes start to get displaced by the mist. So that's the point, is to avoid it. So we'll get back on our east line. And just keep sailing. Under the tree. Stay under the tree, and if we lose the tree, we got our compass. Yeah, we did a couple of markers back there. We found a Leviathan. Leviathan was also our turn off the... There's a sliver of an island beside our spawn island. And we turned as soon as we saw the Leviathan. So basically, when we're navigating, if we're coming from the south, we can just say take a right at the Leviathan. Hey, Scott, welcome in. Boats, yes. Yeah, I won't be going too much longer, Damon, so no worries. I just wanted to sneak in an hour or two this morning, and then, like I say, we're going to try to catch up to Caper slowly, because I'm going to miss so much in November. And he's also already, like, 3 weeks worth of frickin' streams ahead of me, right? Anyway, what's our day like? We getting a bit late, huh? Alright. Is that plains or is that... Yeah, that's plains. Alright, let's go over here and put a portal and we'll go back home. Make a marker. We'll just stay a little clear of that in case there's a mosquito right at the edge. Good. We're running low on wood. We're gonna need more. Probably don't want to wake up everybody here, but probably skeletons in that one. Anyway. Good. Slow progress. Now we have like a little bit better of an idea. So like I guess it's mostly going to be Black Forest, so we'll just assume that Black Forest continued along here, and then we ended up seeing a small chunk of plains. So we've reached where plains can generate. So now we have a rough idea. Oops. We have a rough idea how far out we've come. So that's a bit of a indication of where we are. And yeah, there's like rocks here, right? I like to mark these because they're not that they're that unique. They're pretty much every Black Forest ever, but got a marker here, right? This is going to keep us lined up. And yeah, so we're kind of there at the moment. And I think there's land here. I saw something. We just don't know what it is yet. So we should find out shortly what that is. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing the map again, damn it. Just added this. Our next marker, and we saw plains. And we have some couple of gray rocks. A couple of rocks here, right? That like that or something. This probably looks a little more like that or something. Ta-da. Cool. Alright. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break and check with the wife how much longer I've got. Stand by. Alright, I guess I got a little more time. Not a lot, but maybe another day. So let's hope for the raid tonight. We're just gonna keep saying it till it occurs, because I don't know what the heck's going on here. Why? What? Yeah, so whoever doesn't know, one of my wolves made it upstairs somehow. We don't ask, but that's what happens. And let's start making something. Maybe some more stamina. Yeah. Do I have the... I should have tons. What do I need for that, though? Honey and yellow mushrooms. Definitely got all that stuff. Oh, we can do the farm. Probably don't need honey anymore, to be honest. I should probably just stop picking it up. And just know that if we ever need it, we have immediately like 46 available. With all these being filled. Something like therapeutic about nailing this, doing it properly. When you're on a roll there and you're just clearing them all with like precision. It's kind of a fun little mini game. Except for I missed it there. Well, that's a lot of onion. And we have enough onion seeds forever, basically. I don't think I'm gonna make any more flour yet, because you know what? I might need this for potions and stuff. So we won't do that just yet. We could have set up a Mistlands farm too. We kind of do want to do that at some point. I guess I could try to do that right next to the mist dock. Probably be a good spot to try to find a place to do it. Oh, God damn it. Dogs! Been pretty good on the onion barrel. Turnip barrel. Carrot barrel, not so bad. Honey barrel's filled. You just need to be somewhere. Like, here, maybe. Please. See, he's figured it out. Oh, this is even worse. Come. I didn't think they were able to do these type of stairs, but it seems like once they get on them, they've got it. If we ever do get a raid, that wolf's probably going to go nuts and die. Yes, I know. I'm a pretty awful owner of my wolves and my boar by keeping them locked up in the dark. Like, these pigs all live here in perpetual darkness. It's for their own safety. I mean, I'm happy to let this wolf roam, but, like, he's likely to break stuff being out here. Like, break the walls. We'll see what happens. Like I say, though, as soon as there's a raid, he's going to be all crazy and probably go and smash a hole through the walls trying to kill stuff. Oh yeah, my cart. So, what else can I do? Continue our totem collection at some point. Let's see if we can get organized here. Surtling cores. I've got a lot. Yeah. So we'll move Surtling cores into a place over here somewhere where I can... Let's just put them in here. We'll put boss items somewhere else, because we have a lot of them. Well, I guess they can go here. Just dump them in there for now, because that's a boss item. The bones need to be moved as well. This is kind of special stuff that I just hold on to. Yeah, we're gonna need another fueling trophy pretty soon. Let's bring the rest of that barley inside here for... so I can make more meads with it at some point. Just chuck it in. Actually, it's a mead maker, so it can go in here. Trying to get organized. Bones, though. Bones are a problem. We don't have anywhere to put bones. Guess they can go in here for now. We'll have to get organized a little better with like biome-specific chests and stuff at some point. We're due for a change in organizing. A more efficient stacking of stuff here. I do need to also think about planting trees. I really need to get some birch growing. Maybe we should do that. Do we risk it at night? I don't know if I could do them in here. If I did them in here, though, then felling them will cause damage to everything. Maybe we'll do them out here on this like weird strip that I've got here. This might come back to bite me in the ass because it'll probably block my visibility. Can you get up here? Yeah, you can. Well, joke's on you, sucker. Put some on there, maybe? Invalid placement. Oh, look at that. It can grow there. Cool. Okay, well, we're gonna have like a whole bunch of birch around the perimeter. Whatever. Fine wood's hard to keep up with because I always just ignore it. Plus, it'll get regular wood for at the same time, so that's good news. I just find it insane that ever since we finished this, which was a long time ago, like the root set we built specifically to deal with raids at the base, to get our bow skill higher, we haven't had one. Like, I don't think we've had a single raid at the base in like 3 or 4 streams at this point. And with that thing now, with that set, I can get like 50 bows, which would be pretty awesome. I'd be shooting quickly, so a bit frustrating. How's my fishing doing? 6, right? So basically, we're good at jumping, running, bows, and clubs, and farming, which is fine. I mean, bows and clubs are kind of my go-to for Yag, right? I mean, Frostner and Frost Arrows probably be the way to kill him, other than help from tamed animals and whatnot. Bring one extra. And yeah, whatever. Cool. Oh, I probably screwed this up, didn't I? Oh, roughly off the sun. Okay, so we got yeah, we got to steer clear of the plains a little bit there to not get mosquitoed. But we do kind of want to have a look at it. It doesn't look like much, honestly. It looks like it turns into Black Forest again right away, so I don't expect that's going to be worth exploring, but just we'll have a see. I'd be surprised and amazed if Yagluth spawned on like a tiny little spit of land. I guess you never know. But yeah, we just need to head that way, right into the sun, right? Let's see what we find. Got our portal. Materials, don't need the bones. And we have the wind for a change, which is nice, so save our motor power for escaping anything that happens. Yeah, that looks like basically just nothing. Although that could be a good fishing opportunity if it generated a whole bunch of plains ocean that I could use to catch grouper from. Maybe a dock off of there or something. Hard to say. Oh no, that could be plains actually right there too. Alright, so we may have to explore that one. What's this? That's what we need to figure out now. Okay, plains as well, so here we go. I'm not exactly sure the best way this is going to be done. How do we want to do this? Let's sail around a bit and see if we can find something better to land at. Like a black forest or meadows or something. Don't really want to just make landfall right there. Of course, now we're going to lose the wind. But that's a pretty large one, so we will explore that one. Anybody who watched Caper recognize any of this? Oh, look at that, the wind changed. Nice. Of course, there's really not many features to recognize, but I don't know. Could be one. Could be his. I think he told me his was more north, so this probably is not the right place, but so we're almost directly on the equator east. What do we got going on up here? Is this just going to continue to be plains or swamp maybe? Is there a land bridge? Because if there is, and it's Black Forest, then that's where we're going to set a portal and walk our way in there. Oh, I see a tree. Black Forest tree. That's good news. Of course, I think that's actually not really much. Not sure that's going to be enough. And my experience in this game is that even if that tiny little patch is Black Forest, it's probably going to have a troll or a bear in it. Potential place to land, though. Is that a meadow? Meadow or more plains? Looks meadow to me, right? Nice. This is what we needed. This is a great little stepping point. So we start on this meadow. We're surrounded by plains two sides. So we have two places to explore. We have a tiny black forest there as a buffer. Oh, and swamp. Oh my god. Is this finally going to be the place? Is this going to finally be a place where I have access to all metals? And look, we've even got a pre-built structure that I can use. This is a wonderful place. Should we... Let's take the one that's even further from the plains, shall we? Yeah, that one's a little better looking, completed. This one gives me a bit of more... A little wider berth of the dangers of the meadows, or the plains. Oh, there's even a little meadow there. Oh, I got a deer in the house even. Amazing. Can we keep a house deer? Don't get out. I don't want you to get out. I want you to stay. I want you to be my house deer. Hey. Having a house dog is a real pain. Imagine having a house deer. We'll see how that's gonna be. Oh, screwed up that. Here we have a house deer. Poor thing, he's gonna be terrified at all times. Be very careful not to hit the house deer. Alright. This is one of those houses with the like low pitch and then the... This situation. Is there no door in this place? Yeah, there is. Okay. Hello? So close to nature. Yep. That's true. I could have got a grayling there if I didn't kill it. I shouldn't have killed it. Maybe there's a bit of delay in the stream, KT, but I killed the grayling. We sacrificed the grayling. Now we just need to sort out the floor here. Oh shit, sorry. Whoops. I kicked my deer. That was mean. Whoa. I don't know if house deer is going to be a practical thing to have here. We need to trap it in like a little corner. Come over to this corner and we'll trap you. Yeah, come back into your stable. Go over in the corner. Go over in this corner. Come on. You're not getting out that door. I don't even know if you fit through it, to be honest. 30 seconds behind, yeah, so we lost our house grayling, but at least we have a house deer. Pretty sweet. It's a bit confused right now and stuck into the door. But that's okay. We'll sort that out after. Can't really see what I'm doing here. There. Okay. If I could just get that deer to come over into this corner, that would be ideal. I think we're gonna need 2 doors in this home. For obvious reasons. Be scared. Go to your stall. I can't build a fire and have workbench and have a portal though, or we'll get raided. But hey, we need to check that swamp, because if that swamp's big enough to have an iron, a crypt in it, I mean, this is possibly a prime location for a serious outpost. Because we may have copper, we may have tin, we may have iron. Like, we may have it all. Hey Pedro, the world set is hardcore, no map, fire spread on double resources. I'm in a, I don't know if you've been watching before, myself or my friend CaperCafe, who I run the channel with, but we're basically doing a race to see who can beat the game in the least amount of in-game days. He's playing normal with a map and regular resource spawn, because he was a noob to the game when he first picked it up. And then I'm on the hardcore setting, because I had more experience and beat the game a couple times. We just managed to find a new home and have a deer trapped in it. So we have a house deer that's just hanging out of the door there. We probably should do this, actually, you know, to be reasonable people. We should, in fact, give it a pasture to be in. It'll be aligned with the coastline here. Now, a big storm could be a problem. A big storm could come and cause it to get out. But at least you can see now and possibly get outside. I don't know if he can actually fit through the door, but... Perfect. Great. It's very hard. It is very hard to play without a map, but I can show you quickly what I do about that. So this is my map. I draw my own. So I've been working on this map now for months. Like, we've been playing this challenge, like streaming pretty much once a week, a couple hours at a time, since I think March. So we've explored far enough south to be deep into the plains, and I've made it to some mistlands over here. I still haven't beat Yagluth. That's where I am in the game right now, trying to find Yagluth. So we decided after a while that it was getting kind of frustrating, and I'm sailing straight east right now. And we've just sort of reached another very good potential place to search. It seems that I have this like quite large plains island here. And now I'm sitting at this kind of weird place where we have like so there's a meadow ish here, and then there is, I think, more plains here, and then yeah, we're gonna basically end up having to walk across here, and there's a small black forest, so we can color that into. Yeah, we just make a color-coded map to try to keep track of where we are and make some landmarks. It's not accurate, obviously, like to scale and all that, but it's not bad. It does enough for me to not get lost. There's a tiny bit of black forest. There's a gap here, and I think possibly even a little bit more meadows or something here. Oh, no, that's a swamp, sorry. That's a, yeah, there's a swamp there. Got what looks like a swamp there. So in Valheim, there's a few ways to know that. So the tree, the world tree in the sky, goes east to west. The sun obviously rises in the east, sets in the west, just like it does in real life. And then at the spawn stones, there's a compass on the ground. The rock that you land on is actually a Norse compass. So from that you can set up reference points and stuff. So right now to go east, I went to the center of the map. I went to the spawn stones. I set up a I'll show you. Basically what I do is I set up a build piece. So like, the best one I find for doing this, a lot of people agree, is this guy, because you can point the axe handle in a cardinal direction, and then basically from there you can sail, even in bad weather when you can't see the sky. You can use that as your reference. So what we did was we sailed with the tree. We were under the tree, we were sailing, so we know we're going east. Sun's going to be setting over there at some point in the west, so we kind of got a little off the line. Right now we went a bit south to get to this meadow, but yeah, we're trying to figure out now our bearings here. So we have like a little bit of a bay here. So let's just make sure I get this drawn correctly so I don't get lost. We kind of have like a bay here. I don't know if this is connected. Let's call it connected. And we're in a little base right here. So we have this. I think I kind of misdrew this. This plains is actually much closer. It's like here, which is why we went where we went. We didn't want to get too close. There was another smaller. There's another structure here. And it actually looks like across the water there's plains, or some more meadows here. So that's kind of how I figure it out. Then I know where I am. So basically what we've been doing is sailing. We kept sailing. We saw that and we turned and we went into here. And now I've made a portal here, and I'm going to mark that too so I don't lose my way. And the current name of this portal is just east. Let me just do that. Now the idea will be that I need to explore these two plains to see if I can find Yagluth. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing the map again. Damn it, I keep doing that. This is what I was just drawing here. So basically this is where we are at the moment. So we sailed from here. We, I think, no, actually I didn't really draw it, but I think there was kind of like some weird situation here where Black Forest kind of wrapped around this piece of plains, and then it became plains again going this way. So we actually might have another plains to explore there. And I just can't fill in the inside of the map, right? Like, I don't know what's up here. I think we saw a mountain. It's probably more Black Forest and all that. And this is sort of the path I've been on today. So I left my base. I wanted to go straight east. I had to go around an island first. Found a Leviathan that was roughly lined up at the equator. Took that turn. Came through some small islands here. Had to go through some kind of complicated canneling here. So we can sort of draw that. I try to figure out approximately where the shallows are. So we can just fill it in so we know when we're not, so we know when we're in ocean or not, because, well, again, we're just guessing, but because without a map you don't know what biome you're in, right? So you gotta be careful. If you don't want to find a serpent, for example. And then now we're presumably here, where obviously there'll be shallows, which are non-ocean, all around this, and presumably here, which we can fill in. We do a lot of guessing. There's not really any way around that. And all that would be ocean, presumably. So you just kind of do this, whatever, right? It's for now. If we need to update it later, we do. just to get it filled in. Something like this. And now I want to get a little bit more of a look around here. Just to see, like, okay, so we know there's a swamp. And we know there's plains on both sides. Let's see how big this swamp looks. Because the swamp, if it's big... Oh, what killed that? Oh, that was probably just me. Okay. Let's say if something was in here killing stuff, that's not good. Let's just get a look here, because this is important to know if we have a big swamp or not. Ah, unfortunately it doesn't look like it. So there's probably not going to be any iron in there. Maybe like... Maybe I get lucky and I find a couple in like the ground with the wishbone. Because what I need is some iron that I have on me, and I keep forgetting. I left the base today without taking iron, and I really should have. At least for the stone cutter, you know. But this is a cool spot, because we might have the opportunity... Oh, there's freaking fueling bills like right there. Right there. So if there's any mobs that are in the swamp that I need help with, they can get help. Look at that, though. That's a cool little place. Could maybe make a base on that island at some point. You know, I'm a bit surprised. Like, this is a prime location for Hildur to have been. We've probably already found Hildur without knowing. Because we probably sailed close enough to her at some point. And, it spawned in or something. But this is great. We have a boar stone. This is quite a place right now. Holy crap. Guess I don't really care. Yeah, I shouldn't have left home without the iron. You're right, Giannis. Hey, welcome in. So, Giannis, we've sailed far east. And we have found more plains. And nice little meadows. That's very, very nice. There's like a lot of coastline here. It's all kind of like wrapped around. I need to kill that guy. He's just going to break my boat, isn't he? Yeah, it's all kind of like nestled around here in these little like bays. But this is a very large looking plains. There's also one here, possibly. That could be a good fishing area. If that's Plains Island and I can get out on there and build dock, we could have a fishing spot. So I've killed Motor, up to Motor. So we had one of the rules of the challenge is we have to kill the bosses in order. So I've killed Motor. CaperCafe, the one I'm racing, has actually killed Yag. Oh yeah, Giannis, check this out. We have a house deer. I'm trying to let him outside so he could like explore. But he's kind of... Maybe we got to make that wall higher so he doesn't get out. When we showed up, there was a deer in the house, so we just... You know, we built him in. We kept him. It's going to be like a nature reserve. But I'm having a hard time with the snaps on the fences. What I don't want to happen is have him glitch himself out. I wish I had like enough iron around here to make steel bars all around it, you know, like a complete enclosure. Hopefully that's enough to keep him in there. There you go. You should be free now, maybe. This tree might be in the way. Can you knock it out? There you go. Ah, pet deer. Great. Put this back. You're all right. I got you completely protected. Cool. It's hard to get up close to a deer like this in the game and actually like get to look at them. It's going to be forever in fear. Feeling a little bad about it. But, I mean, how often do you get to have a house deer? And we'll load this up, because why not? Got a ton of wood out of that journey. Yeah. Alright. Cool. These are my basement wolves. So, Pedro, this is where I'm hoping to eventually put all of my, like, Mistlands and Ashlands tier building stuff here in the basement. Our house has a big basement and a main floor here where I got my wall of armors that I'm trying to populate eventually with unused armor. Kitchen, all set up. We are waiting to get the next tier. Got a bedroom up here with the 15 comfort at the moment. Got 2 rocks pets, and we've got a Jacko turnip. And we put little lights on them so they glow. Got our hot tub. Over here's my forge area for normal metals. All the upgrades. And yeah, I mean, we got a little outside farm here. Got a beacon on top there, like a lighthouse, kind of. Bridge to the back, trenched all around. Boars are in this hole here. Unfortunately, they have to live in pure darkness because we've had wraiths raid us before and kill a bunch of them, so gotta do that now. One of my wolves made it upstairs somehow, so he just gets to be up here now. We used a bunch of 1-star wolves to kill Motor, and I brought a couple home just to have. But they're kind of they've grown out of use at this point. Like, they're not strong enough, I don't think, to do much else. And we've got a root harness set hanging out here for raids, because we predominantly shoot everybody with our bows, and I just like to have the extra 15 levels if I need it. But for some reason, the raids just haven't been happening lately here. We've had 2 wolf raids out in the plains, but we can't seem to get a raid at the base, which we should be getting on hardcore, right? Raids are more often than normal, and we're not getting them. Well, ideally what we would have is a fueling raid, because that's the current boss raid we're at. And a fueling raid would be nice for me, because I could kill them all here and get all black metal without having to ship it home. But we don't really get to do much at night. We don't sleep, because like I want the raid to occur, and I also need to make use of the time, given it is a race. So we only sleep occasionally when necessary. And then, you know, we spend a lot of time trying to just do base chores or whatever at home. Okay, I guess we're gonna want probably wolf skewers again. What's like my best health foods that I can make right now? Obviously serpent stuff is great. Wolf skewers are what? 65. Fish wraps are 70. So technically fish wraps are better, but I don't have enough fish at the moment. Blood pudding is a stamina. I mean, sausages are easy and almost as good as wolf skewers. I guess they're not quite, actually. I just don't want to be wasting all my serpent meat right now. Even though I have quite a bit of it, I don't want to burn through that. So I guess we'll go with the wolf skewers again. We'll just keep making them until we run out of wolf meat. And then, I don't know, I guess we could go hunting in the mountains, or we could just kill some of our own. We could breed them for meat. It's a bit cruel, but this is something we could do. We have infinite bread. We're like a restaurant with like free breadsticks at this point. So that's a good thing. But we are getting a bit short on mushrooms, so we're gonna have to go out one day and look for more. I know there's some that grow like right next to us here, but I already picked them. Yeah, so you lose all your skills and everything on you. I continue. I've died 8 times so far. One of the reasons why I run around still in this point of the game with a wood club is that, right? Like, right now I'm risking losing a few good things. Like a hunter's bow, I guess, huntsman bow is good. I have a Draugr Fang. I don't carry it around as much because I want the silence of this for mosquito killing. Padded helmet would be lost, and I guess this trinket now. And my root harness would hurt to lose. I guess I would also lose my belt. But that's the main reason why I carry, like, not the best stuff when I'm just out doing things. And then only when we're actually ready to, like, take on a boss or something big do we grab our better gear. Because, yeah, I died, I lost, I've lost a few good things so far. I think I lost an Iron At gear, which was crappy. That was due to a wolf killed me when I was fighting it because the terrain issue. Before the Call to Arms update, I got screwed by the terrain. I couldn't hit it. We have a Frostner, though. Like, that's something that we're going to probably save for Yagluth when we find him. We do have a black metal. We've done a little bit. We've gone into the Mistlands a tiny bit prior to getting Yagluth. And we do have a Iron Mace. So I could be running around with a lot better gear. I just don't. I think I have a bronze mace, which probably I could start using at this point. But basically all we do is we find a biome. Like for these plains, what the plan will be when we get to this. I mean, it probably won't be today, maybe on Wednesday. I stream usually Wednesdays. Weekend streams are just trying to catch up right now. But we'll probably take some anti-sting mead, so this stuff, right, that keeps mosquitoes from attacking you. And I will just run all through the plains, searching for Yagluth, or a Yagluth Vegesphere Stone, and not fight, really, to that. Like, I'll try to lure Fuelings to fight the tar growths, or because there's a swamp there, I maybe try to lure, like, an Abomination, if I can find one, out of the swamp to fight them. We usually do that. Like, I use, essentially, factions against each other. Yeah, basically I am scouting, you're right. So what happens now is, like, if, for example, we find Yagluth, I don't know, in this plains, what I would do is clear the area slowly, using a bow probably predominantly, to get everything despawned and killed, and then I would probably set up the Yagluth arena, make some dirt pillars all around, you know, for cover and whatnot. And I probably will tame locks. I think I'm going to tame as many locks as I can and get them to help fight them. And if they kill them, fantastic. If they don't, well, hopefully they'll hurt them a lot. And I'll try to finish them off with the Frostner with fire arrows. Because I don't think I can, like on hardcore, I don't know if you've ever played it, but it's hard to fight as a melee in hardcore. Because all the enemies do double damage. You do 70% damage, which is bad, of course. But the biggest problem is the stagger. Stagger in this game is based on 40% of your health, right? So right now, my max health is like a little over 100 with this food. But I could get it up to like 200 or something, I think. I think I could with Serpent Sue, and I think I can make Mist Hair Supreme. I can make at least one of those. So like 85 and 80, right? So I could get 165 plus my 25. So 190 health right there. Plus maybe a bread or something, right? For 23 more. So I can get over 200 health, which is fantastic. But my stagger bar is still only going to be 40% of that. So, right? Like 100 or less. And everything at this point, pretty much, in the plains, Mistlands, even in the mountains, does 100 or more. So I cannot not get staggered, basically. I don't remember if armor is factored in before or after the stagger calculation, but even if it is, like I even with the best armor I can get at this time, I think would be 100. There's a high likelihood that Yagluth will stagger me. Basically, if I get hit by one of his like boulders coming in, meteors, right? While parrying is almost impossible in hardcore against the same level creatures. But yes, parrying is affected by stagger. But in general, you know when you get hit and your guy does like arms in the air, like whoa, 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 and gets all like woozy looking? That's what I mean by stagger. You're left invulnerable, you can't move, you can't attack. Or you're left vulnerable. And basically, if you're fighting more than one thing and you get staggered, you're dead. Because in hardcore, you won't take 2 hits likely. And you won't be able to react. So there are people that can do it. I mean, there certainly are better players than me at this game that are really good at dodge rolling. And they really know all the... Like, they're just so good at it. Like, they can go and fight 100 trolls, you know, in a row and never miss a dodge roll. Like, I'm decent at it for some enemies, but I'm actually kind of rusty now because I don't use it because it's just high risk to me. Like, it's not worth it when you can't even do... When you can't miss once, right? You have to be perfect. So basically, to fight melee on hardcore, my opinion is you almost have to play perfect. Because one mistake can easily cost you your life. No, KT, we didn't find it yet, but we did find a very promising area that I think we're going to be checking out on Wednesday. Because I'm probably about finished here. Now I got to get on with my day. But we found 2 very large looking, maybe even 3. This plains could be big. This is pretty big. This one's really big. So we're going to explore these 3 plains and hope for the best. And this area is really cool. Like, this, I don't know, I think it kind of even has more here of meadows. And there was like a wee little meadow island out here. This is a really cool spot. I'm liking it. We need to see if we can get a bit of iron out of this swamp. Because basically, if I can get a couple of iron out of here, enough to make a stone cutter, you know, that'll give me the opportunity to deconstruct stuff, make better stuff, and also, I guess, if I can find... what would I need? What do I need to make... Oh, I need iron, sorry, to make the blast furnace. That's the problem. Yeah. If I can get... I guess it's 10 iron, then I gotta find. If I get 10 iron and I can make a blast furnace out here, then I got, like, infinite abilities to cook up black metal right here, which would be sweet. So, we've made a very far trip east. We're in the place we want to be now. We're in the band of plains. So we assume that, like, from here in an arc south is going to be high likelihood of plains generating. And if we run around next time these islands and we see that there's mistlands or something on the far east side of the island, then we know we've gone far enough for now. And once we're done searching all these, we will do an angle down here and try to find more to see if we can find Yeg in here until we get back into our place. But basically I got tired of looking here, right? We've looked all over here, we've looked all over here, we've looked all over these ones. We haven't found Yeg anywhere. Haven't even found a stone. So it was time for a big reset. And we used a little bit of, I would say, insider knowledge of Caper, right? Because Caper, I know, he's been playing like northeast. And he found Yeg. So that tells me there's a Yeg somewhere in the eastern hemisphere. And if I find a stone and it points me... I guess the only way I would go north, because I don't really feel like going north. The only way I'll go north is if I find a Yeg stone and it points me north. Otherwise, we'll search all this. And if we don't find anything, we'll search south. And we'll try to fill in this. And hope to God that there is one somewhere in the southern hemisphere. Because I don't know exactly how big the world's going to be, of course, at this point. But, like, I got to assume that we're, like... Hold on. Let's see if we can do this, like... I mean, this doesn't show anything to do with the northern part of the world, but, like, let's say that's a little bigger. Maybe that's the world, the southern half, anyway. So, like, we are getting close, probably. Like, there's probably a band of mistlands, and then we're going to be in the ashlands south. So we know how, like, Valheim maps work, right? It's going to be like this. Alright, that's going to be ashlands. Okay. And then All the way around this will be plains and mistlands, mostly. And back forests, I guess. Maybe some swamps. So, go to here, go back down to here, till we hit there, come back up. Try to find a way to explore the entire southern hemisphere until we find this guy. And if we don't, and we find another mistlands, then whatever, we'll just continue in the mistlands. I mean, I really want to find a diverger outpost that I can get into safely, so we can use that as a place to lure anything like Seeker or whatever to them to help me kill them. Because I don't really think I can take a Seeker right now. Like, if I cheese it to the point where I can just shoot arrows at it all day without it hitting me, then fine. But I don't think I can fight a Seeker head on, really. Certainly not more than one, right? So eventually we're going to find a infested mine, and we're going to have to fight the 2 or 3 or whatever Seeker that are always outside the door. So that's going to suck, right? Like, I'm going to have to find a way to kill them. And my hope is that we find a diverger outpost, like right near one. Close enough that I can lure them. Just get the Seekers aggroed on me and bring them to the diverger to kill. Because once they're killed, they don't respawn, right? So then the front door of the infested mine will be clear. And we'll be good to go into it. I mean, I say good to go, but obviously we're going to have to then deal with the terror that is being inside an infested crypt or mine. But at least, you know, sometimes right in the front door you can find a steelbrag fragment. Sometimes even you can find a black core not far in the front door. And then we can do the fire. There are ways, right? I know how to kind of half cheese an infested mine. We got the ooze bombs. We've got stag breaker. We need it. Okay, there's day 221. So this is where I'm going to end today. We only have eight days left to catch caper, which is rough. So we gotta freaking get our shit together. We gotta hope we can find Yagluth real soon. But if we can't find Yagluth, at the very least, let's try to find infested mine and a diverger settlement, so we can at least get, I don't know, sap farming started. Maybe make a mistlands farm, get that going. And then really, you know, we're just a few black cores away from magic items, which... Can't wait. Magic items are going to make my life so much easier, right? Because once I have that bubble shield, then I can actually play the game, right? With that additional 200 damage protection in the bubble shield, it just is a huge game changer. You get an extra, you get one free mistake at that point. To me, that's mandatory for hardcore. It basically allows me now to have a melee fight option. It's still not going to be safe by any means. It's still going to be risky. But at least, like, I could fight one-on-one with stuff and take a hit and then back off, put the bubble back on, and so on. And if we really grind our blood magic skill up by getting, like, some skeleton summons and running around in the meadows and Black Forest and whatever and having them kill everything, that bubble goes all the way up to, like, 700 health, right? And 2 or 3 or 4 minutes of duration. I mean, that is insane, right? 700 damage absorb. I think I could take a hit from pretty much anything in the game at that point, right? And I think with the bubble on too, there's a bit of a, I don't know if it's an exploit, it's probably meant to be, but you can parry, I think, any attack. Like, it'll break the bubble, but you can parry any attack. Because the bubble adds to your like defense and stagger bar or something. So that would give me a chance then to actually fight, like, at the very least, you know, a couple of fueling. I probably still wouldn't fight a berserker because they do 3 quick attacks, which means bubble breaks on the first one and then I'm dead or staggered on the second one and then I'm definitely dead on the third one. But at least we'd be able to fight like a regular no star fueling finally directly. But anyway, thanks to everybody for being here. I know it was a bit of a weird time and a no snow warning, but we got a little further. We're 8 days away. We're on day 221. Caper beat it on 229, so we have 8 days to beat and find, or to find and beat Yagluth, or else we are going to be behind in this race. So the pressure is certainly on, but I'm feeling very good about the fact that I now have 3 more planes
that all look reasonably sized to search. Because, I mean, what's the chances I find something, right? I think there's a pretty high chance that I at least find a Vegisphere stone. Hopefully we just find Yagluth and we just... Okay, great. Let's focus on that, clear the area, set up, and try to fight him, you know, on the clock. But we'll see what happens next week. So that's it for me, and we'll probably see you again Wednesday night. Caper, I'll be streaming Monday. So Pedro, I don't know if you've tuned in before, but Monday night around like 9 p.m. Eastern time, CaperCafe, who I'm competing against, is going to be doing his stream. And he is probably about to do some Mistlands, because he just spent like... He killed Yagluth, and then he had like 3 or 4 streams that were a bit tough, because he died on an island without a portal against some very tough fuelings, and he really struggled to recover his stuff. Several deaths, and like... I think he streamed 3 times body recovery attempts, having to rebuild everything, and farm, and boats, and... It was kind of comical. If you go look at the VODs, you'll see, I think, the last 3 weeks of body recovery attempts. It was rough for him, good for me. Because now he's burned a lot of days. He's way ahead of me, like 250 almost. So, like, even when I do beat Yagluth, I still have, like, quite a head start, I guess, for the Mistlands. So, anyway, that's enough for my rambles. So, thanks, everybody, and we'll see you next time. And if you can, don't forget to like the video. That helps us out. And maybe see you on Monday or Wednesday.